our lives, to intervene, to disrupt our lives, to come in and break into the conversation, to come into our situation and our circumstance and intervene in our personality, our character, our behavior, our attitude, our disposition. Sometimes it takes God to intervene because we won't let nobody else intervene. Anybody else, you would fight them off. But God has a way of knowing how to intervene into your situation in such a way that you have to listen at him. How many people in here want God to intervene in your life? Now, the particular time that we're talking about, before I deal with the text, let me put the text in context. This is a very unique, particular time in history. It is after the resurrection and before the ascension. And it is right along with where we are right now. From Easter to next Sunday is the day of Pentecost. Next Sunday will be the day of Pentecost, which will be 50 days. But at the 40-day point, the Bible said that Jesus showed himself alive with many infallible proofs for 40 days. Somebody say 40 days. I want to talk about 40 days because 40 days and nights have a lot of significance in the Bible. It is not by happenstance that Jesus shows himself alive for 40 days. And I want to go a little bit deeper. He did not show himself alive to the Pharisees. He did not show himself alive to the Sadducees. Once Jesus rose from the dead, he had stopped showing himself alive to people who did not believe. There has to come a point in your life that you stop trying to persuade the unpersuadable. That you stop trying to convince those who refuse to be convinced. There has to come a point in your life that your time is so valuable and so limited that you don't have time to argue with people who want to debate you at the expense of people who await you. Oh, I'm doing good already. The Bible said that the secret of the Lord is with them that fear him, and he will show them his covenant. That means there's some things that God shows his people that he doesn't show anybody else. That when you are really his child, no matter whether you're strongly his child or weakly his child, or whether you're frustrated or whether you're confused, that God will show himself strong in your life in a unique way. There are believers in this room that have seen God show himself in your life in a unique way. And you can't argue with atheists and agnostics who don't believe in God because you already know. You might not know all the scriptures to point to it, but you've had a personal experience with God where God intervened in your life. You might not be able to answer all their tough questions. You might not know who Cain married. You might not know this or that or the other. You might not know how a brown cow can eat green grass and bring white milk. You might not be able to explain all of that. But one thing you do know is that you once were blind and now you see. One thing you do know is that God intervened in your life when you were headed to a path of destruction and turned your life around and picked you up and set your feet on solid ground. And you know that your Redeemer lives. Job said, I know that my Redeemer lives and that he will stand in the latter day. And Job had no Bible and he still believed. Job is the oldest book of the Bible, and he was still fully persuaded that God was real without the benefit of scriptures or preachers or teachers.